Welcome back. I have another subscriber game to show you today. This one was also sent in by Peter Sunday. It involves a trap in the Caro-Kann Defense. Now, Peter was playing with the white pieces here, but I have the board flipped because I play the Caro-Kann Defense, so I want to see this from the black pieces perspective. When Peter opened with e4, his opponent responded with c6. These moves are all common in the Caro-Kann Defense. Here, black has several choices, as does white. Black takes the pawn, which is fine, and white takes back. And here there are several different choices that the player with the black pieces can play. One is knight to f6, which directly challenges this knight. If they take you, you can take back. Actually, you can take back with either pawn here and be okay. I tend to take back with this one, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Stockfish recommends taking back with the g-pawn. You can get out bishop to f5, bishop to g4. Here you can also play knight to d7. As I said, several options here for black. And black plays one of the most common, which is knight to f6. Instead of taking back here, Peter plays what is, if I'm not mistaken, the second most common move in this exact position, and that's queen to e2. Now, at first, it doesn't look like it's doing anything except protecting this knight, but it is doing a couple of things. One thing it's doing is pinning this pawn to the king if that knight moves. That's what happens here. See, earlier when I said knight to f6 was a choice and bishop here to here is a choice, and I said knight to d7 was a choice, knight to d7, knight b to d7 is not a choice here, and there's a really good reason for that. Black can take that knight, exchange knights in the center of the board. Black can play bishop to f5 or to g4. Those are fine. I think even, I'm not sure, I'm not looking at the engine, but I think even e6 is okay here and just trapping this bishop, but getting this one out at some point. But here, when black plays knight b to d7, that hangs a checkmate. That's because, as I said, if that middle knight ever moves, this pawn is pinned to the king, the black's e-pawn. And that's what happens here, because that check is unavoidable because you can't take it and the king can't move because of this pin. That's checkmate on move 6. So good job, Peter. If any of you want to take a look at his game, I will have a link in the description. And also, chess.com has an article about several traps in the Caro-Kann Defense. And if I remember, I'll put this link in the description as well. Trap number 3 is very similar to what we just saw on the board. Now, this one plays in a slightly different order. In this one, the example here on chess.com, white has played d4 as well. And we end up here. And it's not yet the trap because the queen's not there. So the queen has to move to e2, as shown on this board. Black still can get out of mate at this point, unless they put that knight there. If they do something else, they'll be fine, like if they play e6 or something like that. But putting that knight there results in a very similar checkmate to what we saw in Peter's game. So yeah, I will put these links in the description. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.